What is up, everybody? Welcome in to this week in Flyers hockey, and we are all fired up, boys and girls. This is our very own Stanley Cup playoff edition of this week in Flyers hockey. I'm your host, James Scorza, and my companions, Austin Hammel, Joey Marks. Gentlemen, we're in there's no other words to describe it. Are you guys fired up as I am? Because I can tell you right now, this has been a long time coming, but how sweet it is to be back at postseason play. But how you guys doing on this beautiful Easter Monday, guys?
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing this with James for over 8 years. That's the loudest I ever heard that dude ever crack the mic. So believe me, when I tell you he's fired up, that is the damn truth. I'm so fired up, but more than anything, I'm humble. No, I'm not. We told all you guys for months, all three of us told you all for months that we were planting our flags because the Flyers Nation has to stand together. That building yesterday was rocking for good reason. It continues to rock. It will continue to rock. Orange Crush is back for Flyers playoff hockey.
Austin, dude, how you doing, my friend? How you been, buddy?
Like I said when I jumped in with you guys before the show started, if I could find a word to better describe the feeling, better than the word elated, I would probably know what it is and not be able to say it properly. Because holy crap, what a push this has been so far, and to not only be in a wild card position, but to at this current point sit third in your division is the best possible thing that you could have woken up to today.
Absolutely. You know, that game yesterday, it made me feel like I was back 16 years ago when it was the Flyers and the Rangers in that shootout. Last game of the season, Brian Boucher makes the save. And when you know it, how sweet it was like it was yesterday. And, you know, we've seen a lot of good things in this town for many, many years. We've seen 2 Super Bowls. We've seen a World Series title, Bedlam at the Bank. Sixers 2001, obviously. That was 25 years ago, and they haven't been relevant since. But the Flyers, hot damn, man. It's been a long time coming. I got to say right now, this is probably the most exciting I felt about a Flyers team in hard to believe around that time in 2010 when we were a Cinderella team that was a 7th seed. And now it's just like I can't express the level of happiness I have with this team because it's like it makes you feel nostalgic because I am a lifelong puckhead. I know coming up later, we'll definitely test our knowledge with the Flyers Jeopardy, and I'm looking forward to that in every which way. But, I mean, when I was watching that game yesterday, I was, like, getting goosebumps. I was, like, getting excited, like, when I found out earlier in the game that they brought back God Bless America. Obviously, it wasn't the same without Lauren Hart and Kate Smith, but regardless of what it was the beginning of probably an exciting, probably what could be the most exciting time to be a Flyers fan. And we brought this up a couple weeks ago, or actually a couple months ago, guys, that we painted our flag in like around the Olympic break. Sure, they went through a slump here and there too, but now it feels like they have to talk about them now. Like they have to talk about this team because they're making really the most, like, I wouldn't say history, but they're making noise. I mean, now all of a sudden I hear WIP this afternoon, and then I hear like 97.5. Well, obviously 97.5. I think Bill Colarulo was pro Flyers all along, and that's the best thing about it too. But now all of a sudden they have to have a come to Jesus with the Flyers because like all of a sudden now they have to talk about them because they're making noise. I mean, but we painted the flag with JJ right before the Olympic break, and it continues to just continues to shape out ever since then, and it's been pretty amazing to see.
And here's the other thing about that game yesterday. And I want to just preface this with this initial point. 2 weeks ago, when we lost to Columbus, we had after that game, we had a 4% chance of making the playoff.
Right.
4. We're third in the division. Okay. We not only climbed out of the hole, yeah, we needed help, sure, but we also went on a run. And yesterday's game showed me not just toughness, not just resilience, not just those words that we've used for these Flyers throughout the season, but it showed me something else, especially for a young crew that we have with the Flyers. Mental toughness. Because those referees swallowed their whistles at the worst times during that game yesterday, and still yet, when it mattered the most, they cared to actually call the right calls.
Right.
They had no choice. The Flyers tied their hands. And then we went on a power play, 5-on-3 in overtime, and put the game away with the 19-year-old that just was in college up 3 weeks ago. This is a guy that I think is going to be the next John LeClair of this team. I think he's going to bank up in that office and no one's going to move him.
Right.
And this kid's been hungry for the net. He has been one of the people that has shot the most on the team in the last week and a half.
Dude's been amazing, man.
And the fact that I was just like, it's only a matter of time. Now, did I know it was going to happen then? No. But as JJ said after he scored it, what better time than now to have your first goal? Absolutely. Right. And guess what? With Tyson Forrester, with Porter Martone, with all these guys, the completion of the ranks are here. And now the rest of the NHL has to understand the Flyers are here. And
they're here to stay.
There's going to be a different brand of hockey going to be played from now on.
Absolutely. Well, obviously we'll get Austin back with his opinions about what he felt about the game yesterday and also the state of the Flyers to this point here. But to piggyback what you said about that too, Joe, the one thing I was really excited to see yesterday, out of everything that happened yesterday, is that even Dan Vladar, I think it's best to say that Porter Martone, that game against Detroit, he was desperately enough to finally just try to get that monkey off his back and try to do whatever he can.
That beach off his back?
Yeah, that beach off his back. There you go. That's a good one. And I would and that game, I said to myself, as this guy, once he starts scoring and once he starts to get that first goal, it's only going to get it's going to turn into a full 360, man. It's going to he's going to turn into, he was like you said, he was just in college 3 weeks ago. He was just on a national title, a national championship team. He was on an NCAA team, but the young guys that came up to this team now are actually finally coming up to the club. And when I heard Porter Martone was coming to the Flyers, I said, wow, that's great. The other thing that's really been exciting too about it too, we have to give our bouquet of flowers to Dan Vladar too. Yesterday was, if he didn't give up that goal against the Bruins, he could have easily got a shutout. He played it. He's been nothing short of spectacular from the very beginning of the season, and he continues to show in these last few months. So, that's the one thing that I take out of it is that they show fight, and the best part about it is they continue to show the fight, and even more, Dan Vladar, only giving up 1 or 2 goals a game, that's just Bernie Perron territory.
Yeah.
All good, brother?
I'm
okay.
Oh, okay, cool. So, go ahead, Austin.
No, Joe, go ahead.
I was going to say, not only would I give the Dan Villard the flowers, I got to kind of own it because I kind of asked it of JJ, and I've been on this very show saying it. Sam Harrison has done a really good job Really good job. And I want to say keep it up. I'm want to see him continue this because with him backing up Dan Villard, this battery of goaltenders, along with this energy that comes from the forwards, and someone said this earlier, the Flyers are doing this essentially with like very little to no centers. Like they're that's just stupid. It's ridiculous.
And it's just ridiculous, isn't it?
Moving guys like Dvorak and Zegras over to be able to handle some faceoffs has been surprisingly a great idea.
Yeah. You know, I'll say this right now. When it comes to lines and stuff, Rick Tocchet's got that perfectly written down. I wish he would do the same thing with the Phillies across the street with Rob Thompson's like shenanigans. But overall,
James, there was a line. You know how you bring up Rob Thompson, right?
Sure.
In the playoff run last year.
Oh yeah.
You would ask JT, so how many more we have to win, right? And JT would say, as many as it takes, Topper.
Yeah.
Right. I liked Tocchet's locker room speech after I think it was the Detroit game.
No, I think it was against. Was it against? I forget who it was, but I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you mean.
He goes and he says, "Fuck them all,"
right?
Because he's like, no one gave you guys a chance. Fuck them all.
Right.
Let's just go out there with that mentality.
Hey, Joe, what does it remind you of? Doug Peterson.
Yep.
And right after that, before that Falcons game when they were underdog at home as a number 1 seed, and says no one's giving you a chance, and it should piss you off. Yeah. And I never forgot that. I'm even getting goosebumps right now. It's like
Tocchet's using it as fuel.
Yeah.
And you're telling young kids they're not giving you a chance.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. Like, that's what – now, we just celebrated a gold medal, the first time in U.S. men's hockey since the Miracle.
Right.
Look at what the Miracle team was built of.
Right.
It was guys from college that were just young. And Herb Brooks basically said, those Soviets and the world aren't giving you a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Go take it. That's all the kids needed to hear. They don't know any better than to just go. You run through a brick wall when you're younger because you don't know any better. But sometimes running through the brick wall, knowing that you have the talent, sometimes not knowing better is okay, because going that fast, that hard, that strong, you're going to catch people off guard that are just cruising. Just like the Russians did. They were cruising. They thought they were undefeated. They thought they were unbeatable. And then the big bad U.S. college hockey team guys come along and they wipe the ice with them.
Yep. And I love, the one thing I was really ecstatic about too, out of everything else, is that I have like a little bit of a, I mean, you think about how many times that nobody was giving us a chance, like in 2017 with the Eagles and they were underdogs even in the Super Bowl, and they beat Tom Brady. And it was kind of like the same kind of philosophy I got with this Flyers team, rather, because in 2010, I remember like Peter Laviolette bringing up like players like Avili Leno, and also players like I can go down that list, and even in Game 7 against the Bruins, and then calling that timeout at the right time and says all you need is one goal, and after that, everything started to fall into place. And it's kind of like what this team has right now too. It's like I don't care if we don't get any respect on NHL Network. I don't care if we get any respect on ESPN, TNT, or even the naysayers that call sports radio stations. I don't care. I seen this team resilient all year long, and obviously now they want to talk about them because they have to talk about them because they are making some noise. But we painted our flag like around the time right before the Olympic break, and we still hang that flag strongly today. It's like people are trying to paint their flag now, but it's kind of like, sometimes you can't always get what you want. You know, it's kind of like the Rolling Stones would say. But what us, what the guys, the three of us standing here, we definitely got what you need. We got Flyers hockey back relevant again. That's for damn sure, boys.
Shit, dude, I think I planted my flag like early December.
Yeah.
Like when you announced you were planting your flag, Austin, I was like, whoa. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, all right, it's ballsy. But I
He was not wrong. You
Well,
were not wrong, bud.
I saw something in the way this team played Carolina, even though they lost, that they,
Oh, yeah.
if they got in, they were going to be dangerous because of the fact that everyone's counting them out right away.
Right.
Teams that come into a playoff series underestimating an opponent get dog walked.
Mm-hmm.
Let them still think that. Honestly,
Right.
Even the hockey pundits, let them think that the Flyers are this group of nobodies, but
Right.
but in reality, you know, Couturier, Konechny, Trevor Zegras, Matvei Michkov,
Right.
Rasmus Ristolainen, Jamie Drysdale, Travis Sanheim, Dan Vladar, like they're not wrong. It's a
Right.
group of guys that not a lot of people know the names of.
Right.
But god damn, it doesn't matter what the name is on the back because it's the logo on the front that is winning these games and making
Absolutely,
this push. The individual efforts are just a plus.
It really is. It really
Like,
is.
Guys, we didn't even talk about this. We got fucking Tyson Forster back.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Like everything is
At the
falling
right time,
into
too.
place. Exactly. This is the perfect. Like I had said early on, the final 10 to 12 games of the season is the perfect time to just lock it all in,
Yep.
and that's exactly what's happening.
His first shot, he took a slap shot. JJ goes, well, I guess the shoulder's okay.
Yeah, cool. Everything's good. Great.
It was like a
Yeah.
rip from the point, and he's like, well, I guess the shoulder's okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely, just let it eat. Like,
Oh man.
I
yeah.
got to imagine Tyson had that game planned. He's like, okay, let's see how it holds up. Hey,
got out
okay,
there-
I'm fine.
he got out there with the boys, and he's like, "Guys, I got to. You know, I have to. Just find
Right.
me up there." They were
It's
like,
funny,
"You
too.
sure?" And he's
Yeah.
like, "Fuck yeah!"
It's funny too because like obviously when I didn't even see the slap shot, but I was like, oh god, if I saw it, I'll be like have a Joel Embiid holding my collective breath, like, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm coming, Elizabeth.
We talked
Yes.
about Porter Martone's game-winning goal. Well, I think we have to talk about Porter Martone in another way.
Oh
so
man,
we got the Red Wings coming up one more time before the
yeah,
end of the season. And there's a certain Red Wing that's got a receipt coming to his ass.
Hmm.
And I'm not going to blame Porter Martone one bit dropping the gloves and dropping that fool on his ass.
yeah,
Because that guy got away with highway robbery, then to tell Porter get over it, and for Porter to be like, did he just okay, and like I love Tocchet talked about it, and he said nope, Porter was fine. He said that's fine, I'll see him again, and it's just Tocchet looked at him and was like, okay, that dude's a hockey player. He's ready to go kill somebody.
yeah.
I like that. He's ready for the next play.
19 years old, he's mature, and he's that mature, man.
Right. He's sitting there looking at the next play. He's not going to worry about him until he comes into his purview. Then
Right.
once he gets into his purview, Tocchet's going to turn his back and go ahead, take care of your business. Go ahead. Go do your thing. I completely understand.
Exactly.
Because in some way, shape, or form, and this is the other thing that I think we all saw coming. Detroit, the Islanders, I mean, Patrick Waugh got released, got fired as the Islanders.
I was going to ask you about that too.
The Red Wings have been leaking oil still. There's a reason why this spot opened up is because other teams ahead of us got too complacent, got too comfortable. Hungry dogs run faster.
Yep.
This team is a bunch of hungry dogs that are ready to take a big bite out of the playoffs. And we all said it. We all know it. I'm just going to reiterate it because it bears repeating. Once you get in the playoffs as an NHL team, all bets are off. I don't care if you're the 1 seed or the 8 seed. Go ask the Boston Bruins from a couple years ago. Go
Right.
ask the Florida Panthers.
St.
Go
Louis
ask
Blues.
them. Yep.
The St. Louis Blues, yeah.
Go ask them. It ain't so easy to just knock out a team because your seed is 8 or 7 or 6. No.
Well, I hate to say, I mean, here's the worst part about it is too, as much as we want to like don't have an aneurysm here, but the Kings in 2012, as much as it was our former guys,
Yeah.
they were an 8th seed.
Yeah,
They were an 8th seed, yeah.
But this just proves my point, James.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, I agree.
But it proves my point that you get into the dance. That's all you need. You need to punch that ticket and then reset, recalibrate, and just get ready because what comes next is a different level. And
Yeah.
Austin, you said it for a while, especially the last couple of weeks. Even if this team, and we're not hoping for it, but even if this team were to get through 1 round or 2 rounds, whatever it is,
Right.
they get playoff experience at the ages that they're in. This isn't the Phillies where they're 35 or 32 or 33.
Sure.
These kids are 19, 22, 23, 24 years old. They're getting this experience this early in their careers. It's going to help them build that nucleus stronger and stronger and stronger.
I think Morgani nailed it on the head yesterday, too, what he said about this team, that this team is built for a really long tenure of positive, good hockey. Like, I think for sure, like, there's like a lot of young guys on this team. I mean, sure. I mean, you think about the times, I mean, you think about like the Panthers who won 2 out of the last 3, you know, obviously they lost. They're not in the playoffs this year, which is great because I would say it's more that the ball's in our court now. But I think most importantly, too, is that I think the other thing that was really positive to see, too, is that these young teams that are building up in the ranks, they could really make some noise. I mean, there's a lot of good excitement for this Flyers team, and even more so that when this Flyers team gets into the playoffs, it's going to be like, I mean, like you said, like all bets are off, Joe. I think you said it best there, too, brother. And I think that's the best thing to say about this team is that they could easily like make a lot of noise. I mean, sure, we don't expect them to go all out and win a Stanley Cup this year, but next year, like if they get past this first or second round, and let's say, for example, like Carolina gets in the way, next year, it's like, okay, this is where we build it. This is where we finish it. You know, it's kind of like the same. And the other thing I have to say here, too, the philosophy that they found about Rick Tocchet's system, like they finally found the system that works. I mean, obviously it worked during the season. I mean, but then that's a little bit of the sluggish start right before the Olympic break. But then they found that same formula they had right after the Olympic break. And I think that's exactly what's been the real key here about what this team is going to bring come playoff time is because they finally found that same level of that formula that they had early on in this season. And I think it's only going to get, because I see the same formula that they have like for the last couple of games. And I was thinking before this streak here, I said, okay, maybe they'll have that here and there, probably once in a blue moon about that kind of that kind of philosophy. Now I feel like that philosophy that Tocchet's the level of his style of play is finally coming together now, and I think it's coming together at the right time too. Gonna admit.
Yeah, and to sort of circle back to something that Joe was saying, not only you look at teams that that aren't in the playoff race anymore. A team to touch on, a team that was so hot to start the year with the roster that they had in the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah,
to come out of the break and just fall apart.
Right.
Has been really, really rough, and that collapse was starting before the Olympic break,
right?
And they came out of it just looking way worse. Them and the Islanders too. Yeah, I mean, even though the Islanders are still sort of right there in the race, like they've been able to, I guess you could say, sort of tread water a little bit. Toronto drowned, man, and that is such a talented team over there too. To see that kind of talent just be able to fall apart that quickly. I mean. You look in baseball, the way the Mets did it last year. One of the highest payrolls with some of the best talent out there in the league, and they fell apart like that. Like it just goes to show you that any given night, anything can happen. And the fact that any given night now for the Flyers is every night has been I feel like the highlight of the story is, like everyone says, any given game, anything can happen. This team is making everything happen every game.
Absolutely. And the last thing we'll say here before we move on here, Joey, you got anything? I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to add one little thing, and that is something I said before. It's not always the best team that enters the playoff that always wins the Stanley Cup. It's always the hottest.
Sure.
And right now, the Flyers are one of the hottest teams in the NHL. And they are 5 games away from finishing this season. They just got to continue to keep building on this hot streak. It doesn't mean that they have to win every game. I mean, that would be good, obviously. But, like, they need to just keep building. And James, the final thing is, when you say, win a round or two, I think I'm going to treat the playoffs for the Flyers like each round is a privilege. Because I'm going to enjoy Flyers playoff hockey.
Absolutely.
I hadn't done it in such a long time.
Right.
So even if it's 4 games, 6 games, 7 games, if it's 20 games, I don't care. My feeling is I just want to see this team thrive in that moment.
I think the other thing too is like the last thing I'll say here too is that if the playoffs started today, we'll be playing Pittsburgh, and I think we match up very well with Pittsburgh. Like it's kind of reminding me of the times of. I mean, obviously it's not like 2012 and it was like WrestleMania beforehand, and then it just turned out to be a big old slobber knocker from games 1 to 6 when it started with Crosby. But this to me. If we play the Penguins again, I think we got the hot hand on that. I think. I mean, I've been going through my research when we played teams like early on in my career, like actually not early on in my career, but when I was a kid, like I always remember the Penguins, the 2000 games, like the 5 overtime with Keith Primo, and even more so is that I was watching a game probably. I think it was like a game that the Flyers had an advantage. I think it was like either game 3 or 4. And it was when Jaromir Jagr went out with an injury, and then basically they took the Flyers took him to score. I think Andy Delmore had a hat trick and something, and that Flimmer. And then also the other thing too is that I think it had that little bit of that reputation of that it got under their skin, and then Matthew Barnaby got tossed and all that too. But I think we do very well with Pittsburgh. I think we did very well with them before. So if we play Pittsburgh again, I think we'll be okay with that. I mean, it's not like we're playing a Cinderella team like the Sabres or playing a team like Tampa Bay that's on a hot streak right now too, or maybe like a team like Cole Caulfield in Montreal. But I got to say right now, maybe like the Penguins and the Flyers will be a good, like you said, a good motivation for the Flyers going forward, in not just in the postseason, but let alone in the Metropolitan too, Division II going to mean. So before we go, what am I doing? I thought I was going to close it out, but we actually have a show to do here today. It's also that we're going to test our Flyers knowledge, and it's called Flyers. It's Jeopardy for I thought it was Flyers Jeopardy. NHL Jeopardy. Yeah, that's right. So it's all things around the National Hockey League. So Austin, if you may, can you show that for us?
Here we are.
All right,
let's get this started.
So obviously, we did this a couple of weeks ago. I think we did it with the Flyers with Mitch.
Yes.
And in case you haven't noticed, Joe Moore, I had to bring this up. I gotta bring this up again to you, Joe, and I'm sorry if I have to, but like there was I think it was a question that I think Joey did not know the origin of Dave the Hammer Schultz, and I said, wait a second, you call yourself the Hammer, but you don't know who it is. So, but you can definitely get some redemption here for this too. So, this is definitely something that we'll be looking forward to seeing here. So let's. Obviously, I ain't gonna bury Bonds or Mark McGuire. I'm gonna try to give you guys a better chance, but I'm telling you, but I got my phone right here, so I ain't gonna use my research because I'm really good at this stuff. So I'm gonna keep my phone closer away from my microphone, so there will be no cheating necessary like Mark McGuire and Barry Bonds. Just kidding. So So the categories for this Jeopardy here today are Conn Smythe. I think TOI is a time on ice, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, and also it'll be goals and assists and so close. So I would think the Flyers will be in that so close category because they were in a lot of Stanley Cup finals that were really close, especially more so. But all right, so you got where do you want to start out? Like Joey or Austin, you can tag along too if you want. So
Well, I had it set up for the two of you guys, but
okay.
I'll throw a guess out there along with you guys after you have both guessed to see if I know the answer as well. Even though I have the answer available to me, I will not be using it.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. All right, Joey. So you're the ball's in your court, buddy.
You are the champion from the previous episode of this, so you will go ahead and start us off.
I will go goals. Is it goals and assists or just goals?
Goals and assists.
Goals and assists.
Goals and assists for 200.
For 200, all right. Of the 14 goalies who have scored goals in the NHL, only these two goalies have done it in both the regular season and the playoffs.
So I got to name two goalies. I know one's Ron Hextall.
Mm-hmm.
Is the other one Dominic Hasek?
Allow me to double check because that's actually the exact same guesses that I had.
I was thinking that too. I was thinking more Ryan Miller too, but I don't think Ryan Miller had didn't have a lot of goals scored against them though. And Joel Embiid's like coming down my. I'm just kidding.
That answer is unfortunately incorrect.
Oh.
What is the answer?
So what is the answer?
Did you want to take a stab at it, James?
Oh.
I would say I should know this because I'm in the hockey encyclopedia. I mean, it would be a shame if I didn't. I would have to go with Marc-Andre Fleury and maybe Ryan Miller.
That is incorrect. The correct answer.
Oh, Marty
Brodeur.
That was the other one I had.
That was the other one I was thinking of. You were right with Hextall though, so you got like half a credit.
All right, so I'll take goals and assists for 100.
All right, for 100. This defenseman holds the record for most points scored in a playoff run by a blue liner, having put 37 points up on the road to winning the Stanley Cup.
Man, this has actually got me beat.
Is it Nicholas Lindstrom?
I was thinking that too. I would think.
What's your guess, James?
You know what? I think I might go with Chris Pronger. But then again, Pronger didn't have a lot of. Yeah, you know what? I think I might be in the same category as you are, Joe. I think Nicholas Lindstrom.
That's who I would have went with as well. All three of us would be incorrect.
Oh wow.
The correct answer is Paul Coffey, former Flyer.
Oh, that's right.
I was thinking of Bruin, but I wasn't sure if the Bruins. I wasn't thinking Coffey though. I was thinking Bork or
Ray Bork. Yeah, right.
Ray Bork is third on this list. Nicholas Lidstrom is second. Paul Coffey is first, having played in 194 playoff games. He has 196 points.
So I had 2 and 3.
Well, I was going to go with Sergei Zubov too. I was going to go with Sergei Zubov because he was good with that too.
Yeah, Chris Pronger is at 10. Zubov is at 13.
All right.
Damn.
So that may be a fun little thing that I end up doing is there's a fun little thing that I had discovered that this channel does for baseball called the Pinpoint Challenge, where they take the top 100 of a particular stat category and you try and guess players in that range, and where they place on the list is how many points you get.
Right.
So I may end up wanting to do like an NHL playoff version of that with you guys at some point before the playoffs start up, or even during the midst of the playoffs, we can throw it into an episode or something.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds like a good idea.
Let's go with TOI time on ice for 100.
TOI for 100. This player has played more playoff games than anyone else.
It was
Oh,
Wayne Gretzky.
I think it would be Gretzky. Yeah, I guess I would say. Well, Crosby missed some time. Was it Ovechkin? Alex Ovechkin?
You are both unfortunately incorrect.
Wow.
Damn.
The correct answer is Chris Chelios.
Chelios. Wow.
Montreal, Chicago, Detroit over the course of his career played in 266 playoff games. Lidstrom was 3 behind him, all with Detroit.
Mm.
Number
you
3
want me
on
to-
the list is Corey Perry.
I'll bet that. How
Wow.
about that? I didn't know that. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, well, it makes sense because Corey Perry's been around a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the fact that Gretzky's not even the top 3 is just amazing with all his
Yeah,
time
that's
in
insane.
The Rangers and
Yeah.
Gretzky barely cracks the top 20.
wow.
You know, damn. Well, you know,
Yager has one more playoff game played to sit at 16, where Gretzky sits at 17 on this list.
wow.
That's insane.
It's insane, dude. Like,
It is.
top 10 is Chris Draper, Glenn Anderson, Larry Robinson, Guy Carbonneau, Scott Stevens, Claude Lemieux, Mark Messier, Corey Perry, Nick Lidstrom, Chris Chelios.
Wow, not even Mike Modano either.
Insane pull list right there.
Not even JR or Patrick.
Not even
Kane.
right.
All
even JR.
right. So
You get at 20 is Scott Niedermeyer. To put it into perspective for
Wayne,
you.
the
Hey,
great,
Joe, you want me to go next?
yeah,
to give
go
you a
ahead.
little bit of a break?
Wayne Gretzky, great one, my ass.
Barely,
Well, you know,
barely top
actually, it was
20
a-
in playoff games, dude. What a bust.
What a fuck.
You know what's funny? There was, I think Chris Pronger was on with Rich Eisen a couple of days ago, and he has a book out talking about his like on and off the ice stuff, and he tells a story that I think Detroit was losing. No, Detroit blew him out like St. Louis like 8-1, and Mike Keenan like ripped him a new one, and he said to Wayne Gretzky at the end of the season when he was with the Blues, he says, "Yeah, I'm not coming back. Screw you guys." He was like, "Yeah," because like obviously Pronger was like a probably like a rookie at the time, and he was like, "Yeah," like he said, "Yeah, I'm not coming back, guys. Screw you guys. I'm going home."
I still remember when Patrick Waugh did that to Montreal.
Yeah.
Crazy. Just in the like, gets absolutely shelled, gets pulled,
And he does like fist bumps, like he does like the
We're
wave,
done.
like
yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm done. Get
yeah,
me
just
out of here.
took his stick and went home.
Insanity.
All right, so let me go with So Close for 100. Man, this is actually really good. This actually got me beat a little bit.
This team holds the record for the most Stanley Cup final losses.
Oh. I hate to say it, but is it going to be the Flyers? Is it the Flyers?
I'm going to say
What do you got, Joe?
I'm going to say Montreal.
The Flyers are number 7. Montreal is number 3.
Wow. So
the second that I finished reading it, my brain went Detroit.
yeah.
They're number 2.
Wow.
Number 1 is the Boston Bruins
Boston.
with 14 Stanley Cup final losses.
That is crazy.
Detroit has lost 13. Montreal's lost 9. Philadelphia has lost 6.
I didn't think Boston had that many losses in the Stanley Cup after all those. Well, yeah, you know what?
Crazy, yeah.
That's insane.
To really think about it, well, a lot of them were back in the day.
Sure.
when they
Well,
were
yeah,
going
that's true. And
consistently.
I would have thought the Flyers too, because obviously like 87 and 80 and like
That's why I picked
97.
Montreal, because Boston and Montreal, they were part of the originals, weren't they? They were.
Yeah.
So that's why I picked Montreal. I thought, okay, pick like an original that's been there.
Yeah.
They won some, but they probably also lost some.
Another original Sixer is Toronto's at number 4.
Yeah.
I figured that too.
Lost 7 times actually, and they're tied with Chicago with the same amount of Cup final losses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay. That question made us not feel like such losers. Yay.
Oh man,
All right,
I-
James.
We're
give me
not
one
the,
more.
the biggest loser.
Yeah.
We're not the biggest loser.
Let me go with so close again for 200.
All right, so close for 200. This team came into the league and went to 3 straight Stanley Cup finals and lost each time. They
Oh.
wouldn't return to the Cup finals for decades, but when they did, they took home the hardware.
Oh, I know. I think I know this.
Oh, I think I do too.
Um,
I want to
uh,
say it's the Florida Panthers.
I was thinking Florida too.
I think it's Florida Panthers. Van Beesbrook and
Yeah, and what was the other guy?
LMB and
Pal Valbury too.
Yeah.
I always like Pal Valbury. I was gonna think Actually, no. Maybe I'll go with Vancouver because like Vancouver lost 3. I can remember they lost 2 in '94 and 2011. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Florida. I think I'm right there with you, Joe.
It is the
St.
St.
Louis.
Louis Blues.
Ah,
oh, right.
that's
Brett
right.
Hull, Brett Hull, and then not again until later on. Okay.
Dallas. Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go, Joe? You want me to go?
Yeah,
again?
I'll go. Conn Smythe for 100.
All right. This defenseman was the first non-Canadian born player to win the Conn Smythe.
The first, that's the challenging thing.
And Joe Newendike because he's a forward. I know he won one with Dallas though.
I'm gonna say Mike Modano.
Yeah, I might. Actually, no. I gotta go. Maybe you know what? As much as I hate to say, I think I might go with Joe Newendike.
Unfortunately, both of you are incorrect. The correct
Damn.
answer is Brian Leach.
Brian Leach. Wow.
From the 1994 New York Rangers Cup run.
Wow.
Oh, he was a defenseman. I was thinking non-defenseman. My fault. That's my fault.
Non-Canadian, yeah.
Yeah, and also he was Canadian too. Gonna admit.
Yeah.
So what's the last one? So what's the last category?
So close. It seems to be about teams that have lost in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Okay,
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
let's go so close for 200.
We have
there's
300, 400, and 500 left.
300.
300, all righty. He's in the Hall of Fame with over 1,000 games played in the 1,000 point club and is part of an exclusive group of players who have made the most Stanley Cup final appearances without winning. 5 times he got there, and 5 times he's fallen short.
Oh,
I
man.
know this, James. I
do
swear to
too.
God, if this is who I think it is it Brian Propp? We just had him on our show.
I think you might. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what? It might be Brian Propp. You might be right, dude. It ain't Mariette Hossa because he won a Stanley Cup. Well, he got there 3 times, but he finally the third one he finally beat us, obviously. So yeah, I gotta go. I guess it's Brian Propp. I think I'm right there with you, Joe. I gotta go with Brian Propp, man.
I think he is one of the possible answers because I think there's multiple different people that have done it 5 times.
Really, I didn't know that.
Because aside from him, it's also Norm
Oh, wow.
Allman,
Norm
and
Allman.
if you wanted to stay current with it, Corey Perry.
Damn!
Yeah,
Wow.
Corey Perry has been
Five?
he's been to 5 and has lost all 5.
I thought he won a Stanley Cup. I thought he won a Stanley Cup with
With the Ducks
Anaheim.
one year.
Yeah, with Anaheim. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They won it before he got there.
Interesting.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah, it was interesting that you said 5 Stanley Cups. I'm like, well, we just had this guy on our show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
because you both said prop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just give us a.
Okay,
give us a.
you'll
little credit.
you'll both get the 300 on that.
All
Because
right, cool.
you both said the proper thing.
Proper. I see what you did there.
That's very good.
That's very good. You're really good, my friend.
Let's go with goals and
man.
assists for 300.
Yeah.
Goals and assists 300. This player was the first player since Mario Lemieux to win the Art Ross and also score the most points in the playoffs in the same season.
Oh, man. Gotta be Yager. It has to be Yager.
I'm going to go. Say the question again.
This player was the first player since Mario Lemieux to win the Art Ross and also score the most points in the playoffs in the same season.
I'm going to go Alex Ovechkin.
Hmm.
Let me see here. Some of these
Can't be
questions
Patrick
are
Kane.
kinda-
It can't be Patrick Kane, right? Could be.
Some of these
Patrick
questions are a little too convoluted for me to find the answer to because I didn't get a chance to review this personally.
No, it's all right.
I had a very busy holiday weekend, so I didn't really get a chance to. But
Yeah, I'm with you.
so the
We
answers
could have
were,
done it last weekend.
it's okay. It's okay. I should have had the time, but
No,
things
it's
were
all right.
hectic. I had work all weekend, so I was sort of just
I
get
get it.
around. So what were
No,
your
I get
guesses again? I'm sorry.
So I said Ovechkin, and James said Kane. Patrick.
I said
Kane.
I said Jaromir Jagr at first, but I think I said
Pivoted.
Patrick Kane.
Patrick. Okay.
Kane.
So the correct answer is Evgeny Malkin.
Damn.
Ooh.
Damn.
Well, you were close with the Penguin.
Yeah,
But
it was
wrong.
supposed to be Jagr.
Wrong
Just
era.
wrong generation.
Just
Yeah.
just wrong the wrong Russian.
pick,
I guess I'll go next. Man, this actually got me beat. I would have thought I would have known this stuff, but this is actually catching me by surprise because I'm actually a hockey encyclopedia and I actually don't know this kind of stuff.
This is going to make James go cram after this show.
Well, no, I'll tell you right now. If a buddy of mine's watching this right now, he's going to be like John Ritchie about beating the Hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that excited. You finally got beat. It's time. It's finally time.
Celebrate good time.
All right, let me go with let's go with 400 for so close for 400. I gotta know this. Gotta
All
know
right.
this.
They have taken the finals as far as possible and lost more than any other team. 4 times this team has lost in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals.
Oh, wait, I think I know this.
Well, just because the probability would be on my side, I'm going to say Boston Bruins. Just because the probability is on my side with them having gone to the finals 14 times.
I gotta go with Vancouver on this one because like Vancouver seems like a team that will lose a lot of Game 7s in the Cup final.
The correct answer is the Detroit Red Wings.
Ooh,
Seriously?
the second team.
Wow, damn, that got me beat too.
Guess
Man.
what team they didn't beat in Game 7?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't need to get to Game 7 for us, did they?
No, Darren McCarty. Enough said.
Yep.
Actually, no. It was
Better off.
Fedorov,
Yeah.
Sergei Fedorov. Yep. Darren McCarty spent nickels on his forehead, but it was Sergei Fedorov. Oh, I hate
Fedorov.
Fedorov.
Fedorov was otherworldly that year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, him. If I had a choice between if I was born in like the time like I was in 2010 when I had the beef with Dustin Bufflin, I would have dropped the gloves with Sergei Fedorov because I couldn't stand him.
All right, go ahead, James.
All right, let me go with Conn Smythe for 200.
Conn Smythe, 200. The Oilers have won 5 cups. Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, and Flyers goaltender Ron Hextall won 4 of the 5 Conn Smythes. This goalie lays claim to the other.
Oh, I think I know this one. J.S. Jaguar with the Mighty Ducks in 2003.
I'm out. I'm just gonna agree with James. I have no idea.
Well, it was I think it was Connor McDavid last year, wasn't it? Not when he won the or was it 2024? But I gotta go with Jaguar.
Do you care?
So the guess that you've given is Jean-Sebastien Jaguar. The correct answer, Bill Ranford, because it was in that time that the Oilers won those 5.
That's forgive me.
Because J.S. Shigeru was like 20 years later.
I forgot it was the Oilers, but I'm going in my history about like just the last Conn Smythe Trophy winner who won it as a goalie, and I'm thinking J.S. Jaguar because it was Ron Hextall, and I think it was Jaguar last.
But totally related to that, James. Holy shit, what a pull! John Sebastian Jaguar was that dude. I remember
he was
him play, man. What a pro! Who was the guy for the Flames?
Guy Hebert, right? Oh, it was not Guy.
No, in like the early 2000s.
Oh, Kiprasov.
Yeah, Mika Kiprasov. And then
I loved Kiprasov.
Had a few good years.
Yeah, there was a 60 Minutes documentary of a kid pretending to be Kiprasov, and he looked exactly like him. It was like, wow. Dude. He was
so
the one I was a big fan of, Yevgeny Nabokov. And,
Nabokov was really
Vesa
good.
Toskala, man. I was a big Toskala fan.
Oh, Toskala. Oh my gosh, dude.
He had that great goaltender mask too. His goaltender mask was sick.
Yeah. Olaf Kolzig was another sure shot guy. I just watched a thing when I was on my break today at work from what's his name's podcast? Paul Bissonnette. They had Curtis Joseph on, bro.
Wow.
Dude, and he was showing off some of the he was showing off some of the helmets, bro.
Oh man.
Woo! That man had some heater helmets, dude.
Well, it's funny. I actually did like a top. I think it was like a top 10. It was a goaltender but I think I did like a top 100. Like basically my own history of like the top 100 players in the NHL, and I think Jaguar was on that list. Curtis Joseph, I think Eddie Belfour was on that. Well, yeah, Belfour obviously because you can't.
Belfour, Curtis Osgood, Dominic. Chris
Osgood, yeah,
dude.
Well, there was another one that I was a big fan of too. It was what was his name? He had I think it was Toskala. I think it was, if I can remember correctly. No. It was Dwayne Wallison.
Yeah, Dwayne Wallison. Kevin Weeks was pretty good.
Yeah, Weeksy was good.
He was
great,
really
great
good
player, not a good analyst.
I mean,
no, I'm just kidding.
He talks better than some of the guys that I hear out there. So
yeah, well, that ESPN broadcast with Steve Levy and Weeksy, like with that Blue Jacket game, it's like, dude, I want to go through my TV and Three Stooges to slap the Three Stooges.
Also, I'm pretty sure Weeksy finished his career out in Columbus, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
That's probably why he has had so much love for that team, because of the fact that he was there.
Yeah, and even Harvey Bowen, Nikolai Harvey Bowen was. I love Harvey Bowen
because he had the head twitch too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, him and I think it was I forget who it was. It was Jocelyn Thibault too.
Yeah. Oh,
Thibault was good too. All right, Joe, you want to go, man?
Sure. Let's go TOI for 400.
TOI 400. 3 of the top 5 players who have the most playoff games played without winning a cup. The most playoff games played without winning a cup played the majority of those games together on this team. Holy crap.
Say it one more time?
Yeah, I'll say it one more time because I confused myself with reading this. 3 of the top 5 players who have the most playoff games played without winning a cup played the majority of those games together on this team.
I want to say without winning a cup.
Without winning a cup. Huh.
I am going to say
man, I don't know.
that I'm kind of at that point too. Because I'm going through like teams and I'm like, no, they won a cup. Nope, they won a cup. Because the first team that came to my mind was Edmonton. but they won a cup. I mean, that's
I'll put it to you like this because it's the players are the ones that are being ranked. It's just they all happen to play on the same team at one point.
Gotcha.
So these three guys are in the top 5 for most playoff games played without winning a Stanley Cup.
Oh,
It's just that they happen to play on this team. They happen to play on a team together. What team was it they all played for?
Sure. Okay.
So you don't have to think like, oh, the Oilers may have won a cup, but there could be a guy from, like, say, like, for just not giving you like an answer or anything, but like, say, Ryan Nugent Hopkins was one of those guys.
Sure.
The Oilers during his time never won a cup, but they made a lot of they made the playoffs a good amount of times.
Right.
So, like,
right.
It could be like it's sort of that kind of thing. Like, say he ranked in there, it would be that team, not
Gotcha.
Well, I'm going to go on a limb then and go Pittsburgh, because there was a drought in Pittsburgh for a while, and they had a lot of veteran guys.
Yeah, I might be in the same category as you are, Joe. I guess I'll go with Ottawa, because Ottawa kind of felt like a team too.
Okay.
Because then again, Nashville not Nashville. They haven't been to the final once. But if I have to pick and choose, I have to say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with Ottawa.
All right. The correct answer is the
San
San
Jose.
Jose Sharks. Those three players:
that
Joe
dawned on me
Pavelski,
too.
Pat Marleau, Joe Thornton.
That's right.
Because they were consistently in the playoffs. Because those teams
were
good.
Really
Joe
good. I was a closet
Pavelski-
Sharks fan when I was a
I'll put it
kid.
to you like this: Thornton, 187 playoff games played, 0 championships.
True.
Because he got traded away from Boston before they started winning cups.
That's right.
Pat Marleau, 195, 0 cups.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Pavelski, 201, 0 cups. They are the
It's true.
top 3.
So San Jose didn't win one with Joe Thornton. Wow.
Oh,
I
yeah,
could have sworn he did, but
They were there a few times.
Yeah.
We actually got a Sens fan here in the group chat. Actually, says that I hope the Flyers make it, and a Battle of Pennsylvania round 1 will be really sick. And thank you, thank you for your support, buddy. Appreciate it.
still in
popping
Flash.
in, man.
Hit that like and subscribe button on your social media platforms, my friend. So yeah, that's really a nice gesture. And here's the other thing too with Ottawa too that I actually find. I was actually when they went to the Cup final in like 2007 when the Ducks got away. I said to myself that they had a real good chance to win that Stanley Cup, but it was just that I mean Anaheim was just a better team, but at the same time too is that Alfredson was a good player. They had a real good team on that, and I think a couple of years later Ray Emery became a Flyer.
Yeah, and on top of that, you want to talk about some goaltender
Ray
polls.
Emery.
You want to talk about some goaltender polls though, dude.
Yeah,
Leem was another one of those guys, man.
Right? That's true. Yeah, Patrick Lalime, and there was another. I think for a while, I think it was Dominic Hasek was with them for a while too, right? He was with
Ottawa at Buffalo?
He was with Buffalo, but I think he was with I know he was with Detroit, but I think he was with Ottawa too. Like for a short stint though. Yeah,
That's
for a
very
year.
possible.
Yeah, for a year. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Let's go with so close for 400
for 500 there, just round out the category.
Yeah.
Oh, he got injured in the Olympics, never came back.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There have only ever been 2 Stanley Cup final game 7s that went to overtime, and this team won them both.
Oh boy.
I'm taking a flying guess at this.
Yeah, as do I.
Colorado Avalanche.
I was thinking is it I know it wasn't Pittsburgh. I know it wasn't Edmonton. Might have been Edmonton. Oh, they won them both. I'm not thinking that they lost. Won them both. Kings. I know it's not the Kings because that was Game 6 and Game 5 in 2012 and 14. Was it the Rangers? New York Rangers?
This one I had to do a little fact check on myself just to get the years. The correct answer is the Detroit Red Wings. The first one, in 1950, scored by Pete Babando to defeat the New York Rangers. What a name. You want to talk about old-timey hockey names, guys. Holy crap.
Tim Horton was still playing.
Pete Babando.
Pete Babando.
And then in 1954...
Wasn't Rocket Richard either. That's
and then in 1954 against the Montreal Canadiens, Tony Leswick.
Wow.
Was the hero for Detroit that year.
You know, it's fun because I'm thinking like Game 7s and they won and then they lost. I was thinking Detroit, but I forgot Detroit won. I think they actually no. I was thinking Colorado because Colorado at the same time too won a Game 7 against New Jersey.
With Waugh, they would have
a
lot of goalie matchups.
Yeah, that was the Ray Bork, Joe Sack. He passed. Well, I thought he passed the cup to Ray Bork, but he gave the cup before raising it to him. So, and that was also really cool to see too when I was a kid too, seeing that.
Go ahead, James.
Okay, so they won against Florida too. So in OT against Florida, that was Game 4. That's right. Now it's coming to me. Let me go with Conn Smythe for 300.
Conn Smythe 300.
No, I mean Game 7 against the Devils in 2001. That's my fault. So. Go, Austin.
They are the only team to have the Conn Smythe winner be on their team 3 years in a row and not win the Stanley Cup in all 3 years.
Oh, that's easy. Edmonton last year and Connor McDavid won, but he won 3 years in a row, but they never won a Stanley Cup in all 3 years. Man. Man, this is difficult.
I'm gonna go Washington Capitals.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with Washington too. Gonna admit. Actually, no. I'm sorry. This might be the Anaheim Ducks, Mighty Ducks, probably. But then again, I don't. Man, this is tough. Oh man. I know it wasn't San Jose because that was 2016, and that. Yeah, I got nothing. I'm drawing a blank.
It is the Philadelphia
Flyers. Wow, how about that? Yeah. Now the light bulb went off. Yep. Not 87, 97, and 2010.
3 years in a row.
Oh, 3 years in a row. Oh, yeah.
Perron in 74 and 75, and then Reggie Leach in 76.
Yep, that was the bicentennial year. Yep.
Because after that in 77, it was the next 3 in a row Conn Smythe, of which there was a 4 in a row after that. It was the 77 to 79 was the Canadiens with Guy Lafleur, Larry Robinson, Bob Gainey. Right. And then from 80 to 83, it was the Islanders with Brian Trottier, Butch Goring, Mike Bossy, and Billy Smith.
Wow.
Yep. Well, to quote Terry Murray here, I'm definitely having a choking situation here, but I think I guess I'll go again.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and last year's Conn Smythe winner was Sam Bennett of the Florida Panthers.
What year was Connor McDavid? That was 2024.
McDavid was 2024.
Right?
Because 23 was Jonathan Marchessault, 22 was Cale Makar.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about Cale Makar.
And then Vasilevsky and Hedman back-to-back Lightnings in 21 and 20.
Oh, Vasilevsky, what a great goaltender he was.
Man. Still is.
Still great. Yeah, still at the peak of his career.
Yeah, I mean Tampa's top team in the East, so.
Yeah, they might be. They're going to be a challenge with. They're going to be a challenge. I mean, Buffalo. I'm surprised how good Buffalo is. I didn't think Buffalo was that good.
It's been a long time since we've said Buffalo and top 3.
Yeah, I think the last time I can remember
unless you finish that sentence. Yeah, unless you finish that sentence with chances for a number 1 pick.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, the last time the Sabres were relevant, I was
Danny Briere played for them.
Yeah, I think it was Danny Briere, Maxim Afinogenov. Yep.
Oh gosh, Max Afinogenov
and Chris Drury. Yep. Forgot.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, James.
Okay. Let me go with goals and assists for 400. Man, this is really tense so far.
Goals and assists 400. This player is the only Rocket Richard winner to not have scored more than 10 goals in the playoffs.
Huh. Wow. That has not scored 10 goals in the playoffs.
I'm not always familiar with the Rocket Richard winner.
This is going to man.
Is that like the best defenseman? Rocket Richard.
It is awarded annually to the leading goal scorer in the National Hockey League for goals scored during the regular season, excluding playoffs.
And so, what's the question again? Who was
this player is the only winner of the Rocket Richard Trophy to not have scored more than 10 goals in the playoffs.
Like I said, the Sens fan said if it's Rick Nash, I think maybe it's Shane Doan. Probably it's Shane Doan. Because like he didn't score a lot in the playoffs either. I know that his Coyotes tenure, but I'm going to go with Shane Doan.
I'm going to go with...
Or maybe Kopitar. Nah, I'm going to go with Shane Doan.
I'm going to go with Steven Stamkos.
Maybe.
Who was your guess again, James?
I will go with Shane Doan.
Shane Doan. That is incorrect. Shane Doan has actually never won the Rocket Richard Trophy.
Oh my god! Oh my god! This I'm having a writer's block today, guys. That's my.
And who was your guess again, Joe?
Stamkos.
Steven Stamkos.
I think
so that would be,
might be right. It might be Rick Nash.
So the options that you would have would either be 2009 10 or 2011 12.
That's what I was going at.
And then Rick Nash would have been 02 03. The answer is Ilya Kovalchuk.
Damn,
he won it in 03,
I forgot about Kovalchuk
with the Atlanta Thrashers.
That's right.
You were close with one of those expansion teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Kovalchuk go to the Coyotes later?
No,
Atlanta Thrashers, New Jersey Devils, LA Kings, Montreal Canadiens, and Washington Capitals.
Okay.
I forgot he was with Washington. A buddy of mine said
for a very brief stint.
Yeah, he was like I think it was like a COVID year. He came back from Russia.
So what's the next question, James?
So
what do we got left?
We got 400.
We have 400, 500 for Conn Smythe, 200, 300, and 500 for time on ice, and 500 for goals and assists.
Too much. I'm sorry.
Let's do 200 for times on ice.
It took 5 overtime periods, but this player secured the record for most time on ice in a single playoff game with 65 minutes.
Well, it's got to be someone either on the Penguins or the Flyers.
I gotta go. I'm gonna go. I think I know this one. It might be Jonesy, because Jonesy didn't register anything in that overtime.
I'm gonna go with the guy who won the game. I'm gonna go with
Primo.
That was where my brain was Keith Primo. The correct answer is Seth Jones.
Seth Jones. Wow.
Yeah.
I was. What's funny? I was
he didn't kind of inflate those numbers.
Well, it's funny because I know it was Keith. I thought it was going to be Keith Jones because he played all 5 overtimes and he didn't register anything. Like he didn't register a point, a hit, a shot. No, none of that.
He says that with pride.
Al Morganti,
like a badge of honor. He sure does.
Al Morganti and Keith Jones, when they're together, the amount of times that they drop that joke, it gets me every single time because those two, just the way they vibe together is some of the funniest stuff.
So, Jonesy, how many times did you touch the puck in the 5 overtimes? 0.
Absolutely not at all.
Not at all. I just was skating in circles. That's all
Yeah.
that was.
Oh man, Sif Jones.
I,
Wow.
I told those guys that got to the first overtime, I was like, keep that thing away from me.
Yeah, that and it was video gold, especially with Angelo, Keith Jones, Al Morgani, Rhea. Oh man, it's missed. I'll say this much. I miss Angelo in the morning.
So let's go with TOI for 300.
All right, TOI 300. He holds the record for fastest overtime goal in a Cup Finals clinching game, scoring only 40 seconds into the extra frame.
Huh. I think I don't know this one. Unless it was
Is it Jonathan Taves?
maybe Taves. Actually, no, it might be what's his name? Dustin Bufflin. Hate to say it. Or
My first thought was Alec Martinez.
yeah, Alec Martinez. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of too. Bobby
Orr.
That's right.
That actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I was, it's funny. I was thinking either like Christopher Stieg or Dustin Bufflin in that 2010 year.
That's another name pull, Christopher Stieg.
He was a Flyer at one point too.
Yeah,
And he was a former Leaf.
honestly forgot about him.
Yeah, so did I.
He was actually good with the Flyers too.
Yeah,
and that's the craziest thing about it.
Yeah, he was on a hot streak for a while too.
And Tony Amante is another
Yeah,
solid Flyer who didn't.
Blackhawk. Great.
Was here for a short stint.
Yep.
I think we can all agree here. We got rid of Patrick Sharp at the wrong time.
Hell yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And Patrick Maroon.
Yeah, Pat Maroon, right? Yeah.
Um,
Well, at least we actually no, it wouldn't find. I mean, that's the one thing that really bothered me. Like, we traded Patrick Sharp, and then we got Kyle Calder, and I'm like, and Kyle Calder was like 50 years old at the time. So it was like not Kyle Calder at his peak. It was like 45-year-old Kyle Calder who couldn't skate for shit. That was that was the last time like the Flyers were really that bad in like 2006, 2007.
So let's wrap up TOI category 500.
All right. This skater holds the record for the least amount of time spent in the penalty box for players who have played more than 100 playoff games. He would be a Stanley Cup winner too, but he left his team of 7 years the year they finally got their first cup.
Oh, I know this. Oh, man. Got to be Ovi, right? Got to be Alex Ovechkin. Because, like, Ovechkin took...
I'm going to go with Joe Thornton because you brought it up earlier.
Yeah, you might be right about Joe Thornton there, Joe. I got to go with Ovechkin.
1 second.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ovechkin.
Oh, the least. That's where I screwed up.
I'm almost done here.
The correct answer is
Marcus
Marcus Johansson.
Marcus Johansson. God damn. You know, I was close to I was close to being a Capital, but I was thinking it wasn't Backstrom, it wasn't Alexander Simmon. Yeah, Johansson's he's getting around. He's gone around. He's gone around for sure.
Him and Ryan Johansson have both floated around the league for a hot minute.
Yeah, Johansson was good with the Predators for a while,
and
also Columbus too.
Yeah,
I mean, I think the Flyers got him, but it was like a salary dump. But he didn't do much of anything.
He didn't really play.
Nah, he didn't. All right, we got 3 left here.
All right, let's do Conn Smythe 400.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Alex Ovechkin was the first left winger to win the Conn Smythe since this Canadian won it 4 decades earlier.
Huh. Oh boy.
You just said it.
I think I did.
No, Austin just said it before. Guy loved something or other.
Guy Lafleur?
Guy Lafleur.
Yeah, I think I gotta Bob Gainey.
Bob Gainey.
Gainey, sorry.
Oh, that's the other. Okay, that was the
Mhm.
other guy. Okay,
Well,
it was the 3 Conn Smythes in a row you were talking about before.
Yeah,
Mhm.
from Montreal after the
Yeah.
Flyers 3.
hmm.
So we have Conn Smythe 500 and goals and assists 500. Which would you want to do first?
Goals and assists for 500.
This player has the unique honor of being the first player to score the first ever playoff goal for 2 different franchises. First for the Florida Panthers in '96, and then again the following year for the Hurricanes. Granted, we are counting relocation as a fresh start for this one, since we're talking about the Hurricanes and they were originally a different team.
Aaron Ward. Oh, that has to be Aaron Ward.
I'll trust you. Yeah, I'll trust you, James. Aaron Ward.
Because he got a goal. He had the goal in Game 7 of the Oilers series when he won the Stanley Cup. He had the goal. That was
It is Ray Shepherd.
Ray Shepherd. Wow. Man,
I gotta say, these are definite.
Yeah, these
Like,
are
These are
expert
hardcore.
level
yeah.
questions.
These are like 1% ball knower questions right here.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a hockey encyclopedia, and this actually
This
got
has been-
gets.
Yeah,
This
this
has
has
gotta
been
be beat.
stumping. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
So-
been.
Let's
this is
finish
real.
out Conn
We
Smythe
got-
for 500.
he is the only skater in the post-original 6 era to win the Conn Smythe while scoring less than 10 points in that year's playoffs.
Oh, that has to be Joe Nieuwendyk. I hate to say it, because he won a Conn Smythe with the Stars in '99, and he was on a tear that year. If it's Joe Nieuwendyk, I'm gonna. Oh my God, that would be the proverbial icing on the cake.
Sure, I'll go Joe Nieuwendyk too.
Hmm.
My brain is fried after this.
Yeah, as do I.
Yeah, the correct answer is
Scott Stevens. God damn it!
Well, how the hell would we know about that guy?
Wait a second. Did they put that in there just to shove it up because he's a Devil fan? Wait, did you make this, Austin, or did Scott did?
I did not.
Oh, it was Scott? Okay. Oh, okay. He I think he screwed us again, Joe.
So what I'm going to do for us?
He did it before with Racco Gudis.
Yeah, because I believe this is the final week of regular season play, correct?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
So next Monday.
Next Monday, but yeah, you're right though.
Yeah, so next Monday, regardless of circumstance with the Flyers, we will do a pinpoint challenge, and it will be playoff goals in NHL history.
Okay.
Mitch said he found the Jeopardy.
Oh, he
Scott.
found it.
Okay.
So
Touche,
it's your
Mitch.
fault, Mitch. We're blaming you.
So
Nah,
next week, the score will end up higher than 300 to 300.
Oh, all right. Well, this is kind of like the old school when there was not shootouts, it ended in a tie.
Yeah, we're just gonna end this in a draw. Both of you win. Congratulations.
Pathetically. Thank you.
I don't feel good about this.
I mean, the sportsman in me wants someone to win this game, but the D&D player in me is like, the best part is when everyone wins.
Right.
Yeah, true. It's true. And you know what's funny? Because Joey knows how much of a puckhead I am. That actually got me beat. Like
Yeah,
it got me like thinking like, wow, like
You
this
know
shit
what
came.
Reminded me of is the game show Stump the Schwab.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
that's what,
yeah.
Right?
That's what it made me feel like. I'm like, okay. Like I know some stuff about some stuff, but I'm like, damn.
Or it was kind of
Hey,
like
you guys can both take solace in this.
Yeah,
I kept track of my own score. Do you want to know what it was?
I'm afraid to ask.
Fucking 0.
Seriously?
So
Well, we
congratulations, you both beat me, and I was looking up the answers on my phone,
Oh
but
my
guessing
God.
before I did.
But I mean, to be
Now I
fair,
don't feel-
the
now
one
I don't
answer
feel
we
bad.
got right, the one answer me and James got right, we cheated because we had him on as a guest.
Right.
So we both had to do prep on him, and I'm like,
And it was still wrong.
Well,
you know what?
there was a
Also-
tie there, so the people that you could have picked were multiple.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, at least we didn't say like. I mean, gee, I don't know. Like it was like. I mean, the one that the Montreal one, it was like it was like Tim Horton was still alive. You know, like before Tim
Yeah.
Hortons was something, or even more so it was Ace Bailey back in the day, like going back, or even like the not Reggie Leach, but what's his name, Dale Sittler. You know.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is, wow.
Well, I mean, that makes me feel a little bit better.
We
All
also we did also learn, in my opinion, one of the coolest hockey names ever,
Mm.
in
Man,
Ray
man.
Babando.
Right? Yeah.
Shout
Babu
out,
Brando.
no family. You have a
Well,
new fan.
I'm gonna look his ass up, see if he's still
Oh,
alive.
I would be
show,
curious
right?
how his
Yeah.
accolades are, man. I would be curious to know how much goals he scored. I'll probably do a full on Philly sports legend on
Look,
that,
I'll tell you this: there's one that matters,
or NHL sports
and
legend.
it's Game 7 of the 1950 Stanley Cup against the New York Rangers.
Yes. Like, what the hell? I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
My dad was like 5. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
well,
same
I
here.
mean, if it was like I'll say this too. If this was like from like 96 to like 2000, to current, yeah, maybe I would have got it. That's why I was like going with like Guy Carbon, Joe Newendike, Guy Carbonneau,
Yeah.
and
That's
Mike
actually-
Modano.
Which that's
like-
that's actually one that I kind of want to do it like compiling the stats for ahead of time. One
Oh, sure,
is
yeah.
just goals since 2000 kind of deal,
Oh,
like those kinds
now,
of stats.
now you're talking.
Because like they did it with baseball. It's the John Boy Media baseball channel. They do this thing
Right.
called the Pinpoint Challenge, and like they've done like home runs since 2000, like all that kind of stuff, all those kinds of different stats and stuff. And I kind of
think
want
I'll-
to do that with you guys with hockey. And
Oh,
then
hell
when we
yeah,
get
I'm
into
game for
baseball
that.
season, maybe do a couple of them with baseball. See your guys' knowledge on those.
I think this sells very well too, because it's a topic that we can gel with. You know, it's like something that's different. I mean, obviously, like
Yeah, I
Like,
feel like
this-
it's a
this
fun
one
little
caught me
thing
by
that we can
surprise,
do,
too.
and like I eventually want to try and like have them as like contained things outside of the podcast,
right.
because as you
Right.
saw,
Oh,
this,
yeah,
this,
absolutely.
this wound up eating up like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So why not
Yeah,
just
yeah.
have it as a standalone thing if the time runs that far?
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
and
how
we
it
can
has to
we'll
go, you
talk
know?
about. We can always talk about. I mean, let's say for example, right now with the Phillies, right?
Yeah,
Like how they're struggling. We can always like they do like a Jeopardy baseball, like kind of like do like an old like a Family Feud like baseball opportunity. Like actually,
Yeah,
not
we
Family
can-
Feud, like a Jeopardy.
yeah,
like,
we can work some of that stuff out as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this was pretty intense, but other than that, congratulations, Joe, of trying not to. Well, I wouldn't say. I don't know how to say it. To just say, you
Gentlemen,
beat me,
both
you
of
did beat me.
both
truce,
of you,
I guess.
Yes.
both of you, congratulations for defeating me.
and we learned another thing, Austin. We don't suck as much as Boston. We don't suck as much as Boston.
Well, that's the most important thing I
don't
heard
suck
about
as
today.
much as
Because
Boston, Detroit, or Toronto.
Right.
yeah,
or
how about
Chicago.
the universe? Screw you all. My ass.
So
The hub is flat.
I'll tell you this though: the Philadelphia Union have been bad.
Oh,
The soccer team has been rough. They
Oh,
have not
bad.
won a game. They have
I'll
not won a
say-
game all year.
I'll say this in parting: is that the next couple games is going to be as intense as this game was, just more entertaining.
Absolutely, man.
Absolutely.
Well, sometimes good things have to come to an end, but man, this was a lot of fun. I do it. I always enjoy this and talking pucks with you guys. But thanks to everybody for. Mitch says I win. I picked the Jeopardy.
No, Mitch.
Oh.
You were part of the winning side because the people that
He
truly
knows it
won
better than I
were
do.
those
He
of-
beat it.
the people that truly won were those of you watching today.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Sens
yeah,
fan,
you're the
thank you
real
for that, my
winners in
friend.
this.
We do appreciate it. Also, thank you for the shout out for our Flyers. We really do appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button on all your social media platforms too, my friend. Well, that's going to do it for us here today. Thank you to everybody for tuning in, and thank you for everybody testing their hockey knowledge, even though we didn't do much of anything today. But Austin, I always say before we get out of here, where can people see you next, my friend?
Right down here underneath of my name, twitch.tv/Hambo26. I've been, goofing around with Resident Evil 2 remake again because a buddy of mine picked it up, and all the hype around the newest Resident Evil game has had me playing through some of the older ones again. I've actually been itching to go and grab my PS3 where I have digitally the original Resident Evils 1, 2, 3, and 4. And probably play through them again the second time in a little over a year because no, actually less than that because I did it around Halloween. I played Resident Evil 1 and then Resident Evil 2.
Very
so
cool.
I might end up doing those again because God, I love the old school survival horror stuff. It was sort of like one of my favorite video game stories. I'll tell it really quick. I got I had my first Holy Communion. We wound up stopping. We wound up stopping it. There was a whole family party.
I just love how this horror story starts.
Oh
with,
yeah.
So I was at my first Holy Communion.
Oh,
No, yeah.
sorry, but I'm just looking for something here. Sorry about that, guys.
You're
I'm looking
good.
for the logo for Hollis Thomas.
I think I
I'm
believe
sorry,
it
Bill.
was
Awesome.
1996. No, 1998, 98, 99-ish. Had my first Holy Communion. There was a big family party after. So back then you would get a lot of money from your relatives and stuff. On our way home, we wound up stopping at a game gallery on Roosevelt Boulevard in Northeast Philly. I get a PlayStation 1, a controller, a memory card, and we're debating on a game. And my oldest brother goes, dude, get this one. Resident Evil 2.
Wow. That's pretty cool,
The
man.
only game that we had for 6 weeks. I was so horrified of the shit. I ain't touched the console that I bought with my money.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah, that's
my brother had Resident Evil 1 for PlayStation, and I was over his apartment the one time. I was a kid, and so he had a pretty sizable television, a nice sound system kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he's going through, and all of a sudden I'm just watching him play and whatnot, and all of a sudden I get my first interaction of a clicker, and I'm just like, what the hell? And my brother's like, oh, are you terrified on that? I'm like, what the hell is that? And he's like,
the crawling dude with the long tongue.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there going,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that thing is the creepiest thing in the world. I was like, what is it? He's like, yeah, it'll eat you. And I'm like, okay, now I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Thank you.
Dude, that game was life-changing in more ways than one. Because when I finally was like, bro, it's a video game. What the hell are you doing? Like 5 months after we got it, I fell in love with the game. So it literally, I was playing it so often at one point, probably in the last 10, 15 years, that I went onto a website that they keep records of fastest clear times of the game to see how fast I would have to play the game, and then watched the video run of it because they keep the videos on there too. Bro, the fact that there are people just being able to really quickly with the controls being up is always forward is the craziest movement I've ever seen in my life. And I literally, I watched it and I showed it to my wife when we were first dating. I was like, I can't do that. That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me 1 second here. I'm just trying to load up the promo for Saturday. So let's see here. Okay. Oh man!
While you get that up, I also on my streams I do Dungeons and Dragons on Sunday nights.
Very cool.
We took yesterday off for the holiday, but every couple of sessions, every couple weeks, it's a new story that is being told
They're like finding books of unsolved mysteries, incomplete lore, things like that from a place called Candlekeep.
Gotcha.
And the stories that have been told there so far that we've been able to play through have been absolutely incredible. The players are amazing. The people that hang out in the chat are always really fun to be around. So if you do have a chance and you're a fan of tabletop RPGs, narrative storytelling, definitely stop in on Sunday nights.
Absolutely. Give me 1 sec. I'm trying to load up the.
It always takes a while to get it to load up.
Yeah. Just my computer's a pain in the ass sometimes. Hang on 1 sec. Oh God, dude. Oh, okay. What's going on with this? Oh God.
Well, while James is working on the text and the graphic, I'll talk to you guys a little bit about what's going to happen Saturday.
Yeah,
So,
please do, Joe. I'm sorry,
Saturday
guys.
on Past
got
the
it for you,
Sports Show.
James.
Join us at
Thank
9
you, dude.
o'clock on Streampunk Entertainment and Hardcore Sports Network for me and James to have an exclusive interview with the great Hollis the Tank Thomas. Look, there was an error in Eagles football before Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown,
Thank you, brother.
Smith, and all that. It was the era of Brian Dawkins, Hollis Thomas, guys like
Simon,
Jeremiah Trotter,
I love Corey.
Simon, Hugh Douglas,
Axeman, all that.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to be privileged to be joined by Hollis Thomas. We are going to talk exclusively to him about some of the things that he's been up to, and also talk to him about some of the Eagles and the potential off-season moves and what could potentially be in line for the future for your Philadelphia Eagles leading into the draft, which we are closing in on in a couple weeks.
Hard to believe, right? Yeah, so before I was trying to get my graphics on, I'm trying to hit the post with that. Yeah, so tune in on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. for another edition of the Pass and Half Sports Show with Hollis Thomas. It should be a great interview. I'm looking forward to it. So if you have Hardcore Sports Network and Streampunk Entertainment, please listen to us on Saturday rather, for another edition with Hollis Thomas. It should be a great show. And so, yeah, I mean, that's the one thing I look forward to seeing. We did a couple weeks ago, we had on Brian Prop talking about the Flyers, and now we switch it over to the Birds, and just at the right time too, especially with the draft coming up soon. So yeah, it'll be right
around the corner.
Yeah, hard to believe. We just got done another football season, and it feels like, and that's the other thing too. I'm looking forward to this football season too. I will be very excited to see what Hollis brings to the table, and also what we can bring to the table come draft. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have no idea what the draft is going to be like, other than like probably Fernando Mendoza or probably some other players in the ranks. But it will be definitely, like I said, look out for it on Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Paz and F Sports Show. Hollis Thomas, our guest on Hardcore Sports Network and Streampunk Entertainment. So that's going to do it for us here today. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. We did actually more than we bargained for with that Flyers Jeopardy, but thanks for everybody for tuning in. Thanks for everybody for testing our knowledge, even though we could say with full clarity, and we just lost Joe. So that's going to do it for us here today. So thanks to Joey, for Austin, and for everyone behind the scenes, everyone that made it work here. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hopefully the Flyers continue to win this streak in every way necessary. So that's, like I said, thank you to everybody for tuning in. We'll see you guys back here next week for hopefully another excitement of the Flyers getting into the postseason. Enjoy the rest of your night. Go Michigan, and we'll see you guys next week.